Hello, everyone. This is Sharonda, and this is my podcast, Facebook, and YouTube channel entitled Spiritual Sense. Today is Monday, which is April the 22nd. And so, in this podcast, I go over topics involving the paranormal, occult, supernatural. If you go on my podcast platform, which is on Spreaker.com, I have a total of 5 podcasts on there. This being the most popular one, which is Spiritual Sense. Um, so I do what I refer to as spiritual readings, which essentially is tarot card readings. Um, so I consider myself to be a uh psychic like magic mind medium spiritualist, and formerly a parapsychologist. I think these capabilities we most people possess these capabilities. It's just basically, if you even give a damn, if you give a care, is what I should say, to even want to get off into um, this style or this communication of spirituality. I like to stress that it is for entertainment, informational, and sometimes educational purposes. Just depends on which podcast that you may be listening to. I have this one, Spiritual Sense, Holistic Health, where I go over natural, homeopathic remedies for your minor health concerns. So that's my Holistic Health podcast. I also go on the chakra balancing and clearing on that podcast as well. I have posted some vegan, vegetarian recipes on there, herbs that you can take for minor health concerns. That's holistic health. I have health matters, subtitle mental health matters, where I discuss the pathophysiological concerns involving your health as well as your mental well-being as well. That's Health Matters podcast. I also have Motherland. I recorded a couple of episodes on there about the customs, cultures, and languages and things involving the motherland. I have Magic Mind Medium, True Crime podcast. Back in my 20s, I had a fixation on true crime and things of that sort. I would buy these true crime books. I would go to Wallen Books just about every week and get at least 1 or 2 books for a period of time. Um, and so I recorded a few episodes on that. And then this is the most popular one. This is Spiritual Sense. I have an interest in the paranormal. I think most people do, more so than they will let you want to know, about an interest in the paranormal, occult, supernatural, because I've had some things to happen in my life, and I felt as though it was God's way of conveying a message to me somehow. And that's what sparked my curiosity into the paranormal, occult, and supernatural. So again, it is for entertainment, informational, and sometimes educational purposes. So I've been doing tarot for about 5 years now, going on maybe 6. Um, I had my first tarot card reading at the age of 21 when I visited New Orleans, and I was pretty much astonished by it. So with the fast forward towards with the COVID, and then me having a surgery, and then me having a couple of my own personal life altering things to occur, I decided to revisit that curiosity in terms of tarot card reading and things of that sort, to see what it is, what exactly was God wanting to convey to me. And so here I am. Um, so I decided to start the YouTube channel, which I did, the Facebook Live, which I did, and then I'm on this platform here, Spreaker, which is my podcast platform. Okay, so before I proceed, I want to say, Father, Supreme Being of all being, thank you for waking me, family, and friends alike up this morning to see another day. Continue to bless us and shield us from any injury, harm, or danger. No weapon formed against us shall prosper, as it is said, it is so. I declare and I decree. I want to pay homage to Bad, Shemaiah, Shango, Osiris, Ma'at, Ogun, and Oshun. These are deities you could call upon for clarity, insight, wisdom, knowledge, capability, and understanding. To be a psychic does not mean that you know it all. It does not mean that you know it all. If that was the case, there wouldn't be no reason for living. It does not mean that you have all the answers either. To be psychic um is simply paying attention. When you actually sit down and take note of synchronicities and coincidences and cause and effect and things of that sort, and you're able to parallel it together. That's what basically being a psychic is all about. I mean, I think we all possess these capabilities. It's just based on if you give a damn or not. I mean, it's nothing. I do believe it is supernatural. I do believe it's by way of God. But if you're not receptive to that energy, I don't think God is going to waste his time um, presenting information to you, if that makes any sense to anybody. So I'm going to proceed. I did record on yesterday. I did a light and dark reading on yesterday. And I said I was just going to be doing readings 3 times a week. Well, guess what? I'm deciding to get back into doing at least 4 or 5 per week. For a couple of days off, 4 or 5 a week. And that's what I'm going to do now. Okay. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to proceed with the reading for today. I'm going to do a 3 card today. But one thing I will do is every Sunday, I will continue to do every Sunday the light and dark reading. Okay. On every Sunday. And I am recording on my phone today. So I decided after going, because on Sundays I typically go back and I look and review through my topics and see what is something I need to speak about that I have not spoke about in a while. And in the midst of me doing that, because I started having some bandwidth issues, not too much, but my laptop, I said, you know what? Let me get back into recording on my phone. It's more clearer, concise, um, and it looks more up to date versus me using my laptop. I have added a lot of things on there, so that's why uh, it's not working like it used to. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to proceed now. When I do my readings, it comprises of 6 part. My light readings, I should say. Life, love, has history, thoughts, faith, and belief, family history, and then I read your energy. Okay, so we're going to say this is a situation. I'm sorry. We're going to say release, embody, and action or guidance. Because I have my phone set up here, I don't want to move the claw, and because it took me a minute to get it adjusted right. So 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. Get off into tarot cards for those who have a curiosity. I do feel as though God does have a way of communicating to us via these tarot cards. I do. So we have the situation, we have the obstacle, and do bear with me. Look, I do need to read with and guidance. Situation, obstacle, and guidance. Well, we have worry card here. We have the pleasure card here. And we have swiftness here. So we have situation, obstacle, and guidance. So, what do we want to say about this reading? Well, let's get a little bit more past history. Let's get a little bit of past history regarding this reading. What does the cosmos want me to convey the universe in terms of what is going on with this particular reading? All right. Okay, so I have phobias. I honestly feel as though somebody, whoever this reading is applicable to, because I get phobias close to worry. Somebody is worried about something. I don't know who it is. I don't know who this reading is applicable to, but something shows me that you are in fear of something. Um, I'm going to say that it could very well be health related. Something health related in regards to you in terms of your health that has been plaguing you. You've been worried, sick about it. So it lets me know I have balls turned upside down. So that lets me know next to pleasure. You've been worried about whatever the case may be. Have balls turned upside down. Um, Let me proceed more. I have biblical turned upside down and have swiftness as well. Biblical. I honestly feel as though this person does not believe in God. Just in pulling this card, like something possibly transpired with you and made you bitter to where you don't believe in God, you don't believe in commitment. Like you somehow feel insecure, if that makes any sense to anybody. I can honestly say that I feel as though you possibly lack trust. Trust. Something lets me know that you have a hard time with trust, if that makes any sense. Now let me go ahead. I'm gonna pull your love. Pull out the love cards. Please, something happened to you medically, and you know how oftentimes, um, when something happened to us medically, it would change us and somehow humble us. I don't feel like that's the case with you. I feel as though you did the total opposite. Like it made you very disgruntled and angry. Something lets me know because biblical pulls up that possibly you were biblical, but you turned against it. Possibly you were married, but you turned against it. Like you no longer see the purpose and point. So let's get a little bit about your love. Let's see what's going on in the love department, because oftentimes when we have that negative energy, it is a symbolization of some type of trauma or something that occurred to facilitate these negative energy. And the energy is not great. I'm just going to put it out there. It's not a great energy. It's not a great energy. It's very concerning to me, to say the least. All right, let's turn this on. Have separation. Um, Sadness, missing you, think about you, yearning, unsure the future. See, I don't know if it's something that is affecting you. I don't know if it's something because I get the separation card. So I think as a result of some things that happen with you medically and fears, somehow you have had a breakaway from reality. If that makes sense to anybody. I don't know if you're someone that suffers in agony and pain, perhaps chronic agony and pain and suffering, where I see this bowels turning upside down, stabbed in the back. So this right here, because I have the separation card here, then I have stabbed in the back card. So I think this lack of trust came as a result of, it says heartbreak, pain, separation, deception, shock, and attack. Something happened to you to facilitate being like this lack of trust, is what it lets me know. Could it very well be that you were actually stabbed or metaphorically set up or misled? See, that I don't know, but I do show that the worry card shows up here, which has medical professionals. If you can see that. And then I have the phobias card. I don't know if I pulled that one out. That makes any sense. But something shows me there's a lot of animosity here. That's what's so strange about it. It's not a good feeling. I have this card here to show up. Lightning, sudden change, shocking news, surprise. Okay, so whatever this was, it threw you off. It threw you off and it turned you. It's what it shows me. It's what the card shows me. Like it has turned you. Um, so let's get a little bit of your thoughts, faith, and belief, because I think this is very concerning. It's very, very concerning to say the least. When something such as this transpire, uh, it's very disheartening, very, very concerning. Um, what will cause you to feel this anger that you feel? It's very, to me, it's very concerning. So let's get your thoughts, faith, and belief card pulled up. These are, I call these thoughts, faith, and belief because they're very mystical, magical cards to me, and they are essentially Celtic cards. They are Celtic cards, but because of how they're designed and the way they look, I thought it would be something that I felt would be pertinent in terms of thoughts, faith, and belief. That's what stuck with me. Thoughts, faith, and belief. Okay, so I get two night cards, and we know night has a lot to do with what? The night cards are action oriented and focused on the voyage. Um, so I have the Knight of Cups to show up here. Cups relates to feelings and emotion, creativity, relationships, intuition, and compassion. I also feel as though there's, I hate to be the bearer of that news, I really do, because I said the light readings are typically positive per se, um, positive but realistic. Um, but I cannot um, just put it this way. There's nothing positive about this reading. That's what I'm going to put it. Get at. Um, Nothing is positive about this reading. Whoever this person is, this person was set up. Um, I think compassion was the main key factor. I don't know if you were married somehow and then this facilitated this setup. See, that's the thing. I don't know. Because I do have the vows where pleasure would be turned upside down, and then I have stabbed in the back, and then I have Knight of Cups. This is the what? We have situation obstacles. So this is the obstacle. The obstacle is the issue. The situation I have is worry, phobia, separation. I have 5 of Wands, which is stress, conflict, and instability. Wands relate to willpower and life force, passion, creativity, ego, and personality. So something lets me know that I felt as though something transpired with you because of ego and personality. So it lets me know somebody that simply did not want you around. And I think there's a a lot of animosity, a lot of anger involved in this reading. So it lets me know they simply did not want you around. And that's just going to be straight up. Now, guidance, in the guidance position, I have swiftness, biblical turn upside down, have lightning, which is sudden change, shocking news, and I have Knight of Pentacles. Knight cards are action oriented and focused on the board. It says these cards can represent young adults. That's what it mentions. Um, Knight of Pentacles under guidance. So what would cause it is what I feel. I think because of your beliefs, your biblical beliefs is what I feel had something to do with it as well. I think it was a disagreement, is what I feel, not an agreement. It's what helped perpetuate um, something that transpired. I don't know if it was a violent act that actually transpired or actually someone sending you books. But the Knight of Pentacles relates to material aspects of life, career, finance, business, and possession. So I honestly feel as though there was a disagreement somehow, not in agreement. That's what it lets me know. Not in agreement. Something lets me know that somebody, whoever did this, did not have any sympathy for you. It didn't. That's what it lets me know. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I really do. I honestly do. I do. But I have to read the card as it may. I do. Um, it's a lot of negative energy surrounding this. Is what it lets me know. A lot of negative energy surrounding this right now. Could this very well be that you have some health concerns or what have you as a result of something that transpired in terms of being side up or actually a violent act? See that? I don't know. So I'm going to pull out my Egyptian tarot cards. And again, this podcast, YouTube, and Facebook is for entertainment purposes. It is for entertainment purposes. It's nothing that can be admissible in court. I'm not working with any law enforcement, anybody of the sort regarding my readings. Okay? I'm not. Um, so I do have nine of for the Egyptian tarot regarding family history. I do have nine of pentacles. Nine represent wisdom, fruition, and achievement. Pentacles relates to material aspects of life, career, finance, business, and possession. So could this very well be the culprit um, as to what transpired with you? We're going to proceed to the pentacles, and then we'll get a synopsis about that. Because oftentimes you're going to find in the cycle of life, it's going to pretty much tell back to some of the similar same things with certain individuals. Once you have reached a milestone in life, those things does not matter to a certain population. However, it does to certain ones. It does. So, who would even care to even facilitate something like this? Is it something personally driven, or is it something that was thought up? See that I don't know, but we're going to pull. We're going to pull out. We're going to pull up what the nine of what does the nine of pentacles mentions, and we're going to read it because it gives me a little synopsis on family history. That's what it does, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so it says atoms power. That's what it mentions. The serpent Atum emerges from the primordial waters and spurts forth creations. As the semblance of Ra, Atum generates life, but as that of Apophis, it will be the enemy of the living. Positive ability to manage resources, shrewdness in expenditure, caution. The negative destruction, fail, or postpone project mistakes and valuation. Honestly, feel as though this was karma, is what it lets me know. Karma. This was a case of karma. It's what it, essentially what the cards are showing me. And what do I mean by karma? We all face karma. I don't feel as though it's a curse per se. This is just a simple case of karma. What you do will come back. That's what it lets me know. And that's not to judge you or anybody else, because I do feel as though we all would face our karma at one form and fashion. That's just life. That's just life. We all give me just a moment. Let me step aside real quick. All right. Okay, so I'm back. Let me see. Let me try to get this adjusted. Let's see. All right. I honestly feel as though this is a simple case of karma, is what it lets me know. Now, instead of saying life's purpose, I'm going to say, what is the purpose? Like, what is the purpose? Sensitivity falls out. I honestly feel as though I'm not going to sit here and say that you was a perfect person, but I think what this was a simple case of karma. It's what I want you to know. I honestly feel that way. Um, some things transpired. I feel somebody pushed you up. That's what I feel. And as a result, these things transpired. That's what it lets me know. Let me get out the angel cards. And I think I will, not going to do an in-depth dark reading, but I will pull out one deck of my dark cards. I'm saying karma, but it's coming across that it's a little bit more complex than karma. Have prioritized what I have here. Archangel Metatron, focus on your highest priorities. I will help you get organized and motivated. It's what it mentions. What does the soul truth card says in this situation? Well, we're going to pull this one out. Where can I create more space? Is what it has here. I think it's a simple case of karma. What goes around comes around. I'm not judging you at all. I'm just letting you know what I feel that is. Let's get the energy. That's what I feel that is. Goodness. I have the goodness card here. We want to put goodness around you. I'm going to pull out. I honestly feel as though there was some insensitivity, because even though I brought up sensitivity, it was actually some insensitivity. If that makes any sense to anybody, I'm going to pull out two of these dark cards to get a little bit more clarity. It was a case of insensitivity, lack of empathy, sympathy, and understanding. The first one I have is the Hangman, best friends, fifth runs, teaches natural and planetary sciences, lights, corpse lights above graves, and moves bodies to the souls may be stolen. I think it was some underground things going on. I'm not even going to get into all of that because this is pure speculation. This is not nothing that can be admissible in court. What is the hangman card representation is? Letting go, sacrifice, pause, new perspectives. I think the key factor, the key word here is letting go and sacrifice. I think you got into some, you got in, I just put it this way, I think you got in on some stuff that was way above you, way above your head, and possibly this was your only way out. This what it lets me know. Like, this is my only way out of this situation. I have got in over my head what I feel that it is saying. I didn't sign, in other words, I did not sign up for this, so to speak, if that makes any sense to anybody. Like, they didn't tell me this. I have Page of Swords. The Swords card comes up here, so something lets me know that there could have been a play on your intelligence. And what do I mean by that? A little bit of deception. Page of Swords, boldness. This is some of the dark energy. Gives answers of past, present, and future. Reconciles friends and foes. So I honestly believe that there was some shady things going on. That's what I feel. I don't feel as though it was a healthy situation. If you want me to give you my honest opinion, it wasn't a healthy situation. Something just spoke to me and said, you need to let them know that they're being watched across the board. It's not just in your town. This is the case. Whoever it is, maybe listening in or viewing in, you're watched across the board is what it wants me to convey. You're not only being studied in your town, you're being watched across the board. It's the point. There are men hidden behind the scenes, and you wouldn't know. That's what it lets me know to tell you. Now, that's what the spirit just mentions to me that I need to convey to whoever this reading is applicable to. You're being watched across the board. It's not just in your town, is what it mentions. It's across the board. Okay? So I am going to conclude this episode of Spiritual Sense. Spiritual reading. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, or a topic for a future show, you're more than welcome to comment below. Until then, have a safe and wonderful day. Good day.